Hey, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV, the show that helps you get the most for your money so that you get the most for your Jeep. I'm Dino, your host. Glad to see you here. On last week's episode, we had a lot of fun. We were on logging roads, we went camping, canoeing, fly fishing, all for free on Crown land. And in that episode, I shared with you that I would tell you how you could find Crown land so that you could do the same. So stick with us. Finding free camping spots on public land is pretty easy to do. In the States, they call that dispersed camping, and the Bureau of Land Management refers to that as BLM lands. There are many rules for the different states, so you could find that out for the state that you're interested in. And in Canada, we refer to public lands as Crown land, and each province has specific rules as well. In this episode, we're going to discuss how you can find free camping on Crown land in Ontario. And it's pretty easy. Let's have a look. I'll provide a link for you in the description section of the video, but if you didn't have it handy, just simply type Crown Land Use Atlas Ontario, and that'll bring you straight to the link that you need. You know it's the right link when you see at the end it says Policy Atlas. So go ahead and click that link. And you see we're on the site of interest. These items you could peruse at your leisure, but for now, let's just click the link. Of course, there's the disclaimer, hit accept, and there you have your Crown Land Use Map of Ontario. You'll see at the top left some tools that you could use to zoom in and zoom out and pan across the map. And the plus and the minus symbol allow you to zoom in and out as well. And what you see here is the Map Layers tab. When you select that, it gives you access to the legend, and you click here. By doing so, you can see what all the colors mean, and all these land uses are for Crown land. You have Conservation Reserve, Enhanced Management Area, Forest Reserve, and General Use Area. All of these areas are possible areas that you can camp on Crown land for free. The gray areas represent private land, but all the rest is Crown. Using the zoom in tool, we draw a square around southern Ontario, and as we can see, it's all gray, all private land. You have to look a little further north to see some of the other colors or the Crown land. Now here we are in the Sault Ste. Marie area, which was the area that we were in our last video. By zooming in on the map, you can begin to see the logging roads that take you to those beautiful secluded lakes represented by gray lines. Also, each of the areas have a code, a policy code, which gives you information on the kinds of uses that you're permitted in each of these areas. Click on the Find Information tab in the top left, then click on Get Land Use Information, and use that tool to click on your area of interest. Click on the area on the map and you can see the policy ID number comes up, so you know you've selected the right area. Click on English to get a report in English. And you could read lots of interesting information about that area, but the part that's of interest to you is near the bottom, the Recreational Activities and Facilities section. And you can see Crown Land Recreation permitted, yes. So you're good to go if you wanted to camp for free in that area beside a beautiful secluded lake. So you could use that technique to explore some possibilities. But how do you find out how to get there? There seems to be a lot of logging roads on which you could get lost. Well, believe it or not, on this very same website, you can set the waypoints for all of the intersections at which you have to turn. Just right-click on the main highway where the forestry road intersects, and then at your next fork in the road, right-click and set the waypoint there,
and you could just keep doing that until you finish the map with all the directions to your destination. And if you have too many, in the legend on the left, click on the 3 dots and just delete what you don't want. Your creativity will be endless with the markup tool, where you could, for example, add some waypoints. You could label the lake if you like. And then when you want to print off your map, just click on print, and for scale, select the extent of what you have on your screen, and don't forget to give it a nice title. And now you have your excellent map with coordinates on the logging roads to help you get to your Crown Land camping destination.
So that was pretty interesting, but here's another tip.
To further explore the lake of interest, go back to the map and right-click on it and copy the longitude and latitude coordinates. And then go into Google Map and paste in the longitude and latitude, but remove the word longitude with the 2 colons and latitude with the 2 colons. And voila, you have your map. Click on the satellite image icon, and now you have a satellite image of the area of interest. This gives you a better view of what it's like in that area. You might feel that that trail might be too closed in, and you may want to explore another nearby lake. And all you have to do is edit your map to reflect the new coordinates of that new lake of interest.
Hey, I hope you found that helpful. But now let's move on to this week's tips segment.
Now for some cheaper Jeeper tips. I think it's really helpful that you could produce a map from that website with your latitude and longitude coordinates for all your directions. You could use the common retail dash-mounted GPS. You could use the portable handheld units. But I'm pretty impressed with what you could do with your UConnect system in your Jeep Wrangler JL. You could click on the off-road button, and there you have the GPS coordinates along the bottom of the screen. But it doesn't just end there. Click the nav button, and then click on the information button on the lower left. And then simply click on Where Am I? Then hit Show GPS Info, and there you have all the information you need. You have the latitude, longitude. They even give you how many satellites your UConnect system is reading and the strength of the signals. That's pretty slick.
Okay, I hope you found that pretty interesting. Now let's hear from our subscribers.
And now for subscribers' tips. Hey, Cheaper Jeeper TV, you're a Crown Royal guy. I use it in marinades and sauces, especially for salmon, and to sip on. My favorite glaze for smoked salmon is this: 1 tablespoon of chopped green onion, 1 teaspoon of grated garlic, half a cup of Crown Royal, half a cup of soy sauce, half a cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of local honey. Put it all in a pot and simmer until thick enough to cling to a spoon. I like mine honey thick. Stir periodically to keep the sugar from burning. Signed, Pretzel. Hey, thank you Pretzel for sending in that subscriber tip after watching our Algoma video where we were cooking up some brook trout. Thank you Pretzel for your tip, and thank you all who have been sending in your tips, and please continue to do so because we'll be featuring them on upcoming episodes.
Hey, that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. We hope you found it interesting. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up or subscribe and click the alert bell so you don't miss the next episode. We've got another off-road trip coming up, and I'm going to cover that ribs recipe from last week's episode. So until the next time, be well, stay safe, take care.